Welcome to the Expert Circle, a place where financial experts talk about what really works, straight from their journey. At Lane Club, we believe every successful portfolio has expert thinking behind it. And this is where the thinking comes alive. Thank you so much for joining in. I think before we come to the topic, it's interesting to understand a little bit more about your personal life story. Can you tell us a little bit more about your personal life experiences, your education, and how you came to do what you're doing?
Yeah. See, actually, I born and brought up a place called Pudukkottai, which is near Trichy. And I did my graduation in Pudukkottai itself. Post graduation, I did a MSc Physics in Trichy. And I moved to Chennai in 1996 for a job. I entered a job market as a proofreader in a company called the Scientific Publishing Services, which is into e-publishing. So it's a pre-press. Before printing, everything will be done here. Printing will be done at their respective location. So 96 I started, but from 2003 onwards, my mind goes towards the stock market. So because I generally follow cricket for the last 40 years. So anything fluctuate will always have an interest. So like, cricket, the market is also very, very fluctuating, and, it always creates an interest. And I have a good contact. So I thought, there is a big gap. So everybody knows how to make money, but very few people know how to protect money and how to grow money. There is a big gap is there. So I thought, why don't we get into this and I can do something. So that is the main reason. I quit my job in 2008 September. Now 17 years I'm on my own.
Okay.
So this is how my journey started.
Yes.
But I'm a person from non-financial to finance. So normally people who have already become kind of this, they know about all those things. I don't know anything. So I did a CFP, Certified Financial Planner, in 2009 because I want to get some certification before getting into this. So that is the reason I completed CFP. And whatever the qualification which requires time and again, I keep learning. So that is the short journey of me.
So you said you made that shift. So what prompted you to shift from physics to financial advisory?
Yeah, as I told you before, the one part is there is a fluctuation, so it creates interest, and I feel definitely I can do justice to the people who are earning money,
Right.
and definitely I can bridge the gap because I'm already 52. So when I started, it was 35 years. So I thought, at least I can do something to the society. And so far, I'm managing 4,000 and odd clients, out of which 110 are a crorepati.
Oh, great.
Okay. So my mission is to create at least 1,000 crorepati in the next 10 years.
Okay.
Okay. So the point is, when I create 1,000 crorepatis, one thing they will tell everyone that, because I met Padmanaban and my financial life is very, very good. And because of that, I have a better life. So today, all the problem starts with money.
Hmm.
When the money is in the right track, then most of the problem will not be there. So 95% of the problem is only with money. So I'm just trying to help people how to manage money effectively so that their life will be much better.
So that should probably be your tagline, but instead your tagline is your personal CFO. That's quite interesting. Tell us the thought process.
Yeah. See, actually, for any organization, we find somebody called the CFO, okay, Chief Financial Officer. So organization CFO plays a very, very important role. Unlike unless there is a CFO, it's very difficult for the organization to have a finance under control. So, okay, company can afford CFO. How about the individual? Individual is nothing. Say, company is nothing but the collection of individual.
Yes.
So I wanted to be a CFO for the individual. So I have built a team. Currently, I have a 20 members team. So what we do generally, we sit with the each and every individual and understanding their needs. Okay. So when they tell, this is what I want, I have son to go to college in 10 years from now, or daughter to get married in 15 years from now, and I want to buy a house, or at 25 to 30 years, I want to retire. All those things, we sit with the individual and how long it takes. And constantly we are helping. So whenever there's a money comes, we used to say no. So generally they will also tell, sir, I have some money. Now, is it better to invest now? Or I have some goal, can I pay this? Or I want to buy a house, whether the house I can buy cash and get it, or I can buy something and take a loan. All those things will be given. So it's like for individual, you are getting a personal CFO without any cost. For a CFO, you have to pay a huge salary. So that is the tagline, and I feel I'm very proud about the tagline. Actually, it came by a surprise. Came just a thought it came,
Yeah.
but I'm using it for a quite long period.
Yeah, I guess it works given that that's what you do. And you started in the year 2009, but I'm sure there must have been like the ripple effects of 2008 and the global financial crisis. Were investors worried?
So actually, as I told you before, I was working in a e-publishing company. I started my distribution. I got a mutual fund distribution ARN in 2003. So 2003 to 2008, I don't know much about this thing. I was doing as a part-timer. So when I quit in 2008 September, okay, that was the last working day. The market started falling from 2008 January till 2009 March. So I was about off of the stage only I'm getting into this. So I don't have much client base. I hardly manage some 50 lakhs of portfolio, of which uh, 30, 40 lakhs is my family portfolio. Hardly. Very few friends is my client. So I don't have much problem facing that period. So in a way, but after getting into the mutual fund business, earlier there is something called entry load. Okay, entry load is around 2.25 percentage. When we distribute any mutual fund product, say for example, 1 lakh rupees, if you are investing, the next month I'll be getting 2 percentage, which is a 2,000 rupees, which is a very, very big money. So 2009 August, they stopped entry load. Okay. So only the trail commission. So trail commission means so same half a percentage, 0.75 percentage. That will be said the same 1 lakh rupees. Let us say 0.75 percentage, which is a 750 rupees in a year. That will be paid monthly. It is hardly 60, 70 rupees. Okay. So there is a huge shift, but fortunately or unfortunately, I entered a business where I have not enjoyed much about the entry load. So
Right.
I need to start brick by brick. So slowly, but it is okay. The beauty of this profession is it takes longer time. But once it is there, maybe 5 years, 10 years, the compounding works, whether it is a investment or my profession or business, compound works only after a certain time, maybe 7 years, 10 years down the line. Now the compound works like a magic both for my investor as well as for my business.
Absolutely, the power of compounding.
Exactly.
Tell us a little bit about the risk taking profile for people in the South, especially in Tamil Nadu. How is that different from the West or the North?
Yeah, see, obviously, South or especially Tamil Nadu, they are very, very conservative.
Yeah.
So, because in the earlier stages, they are not much business community. So business people are very, very less. So all along, no, you have to study well. Once you study well, then only you will get a good job. Once you get a good job, you'll get a good spouse. So this is how it was told. So everybody is focusing more on studies rather than this thing. So they don't want to take any risk. So risk, very, very few people are taking risk. In fact, I used to get a conversation like, people who are from Delhi, especially Delhi, they used to talk to the South Indian. If I have a 50 percentage of your knowledge, we will rock. Okay. So what I came to understand, so compared to Chennai people, they are not focusing much on education. And when it comes to risk taking ability, Delhi people know they are far superior.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I understand, so in life, risk taking is more important than your study. Okay. Once you take a risk, then you will attract every other thing. But once you have only the study will help you to survive. But study will not, education will not help you to scale. Okay. For that, you have to take a risk. So definitely, South Indians are conservative, and moreover, their needs are also very limited. So because of the conservative in nature, their needs are limited. Here, in fact, my son is studying in Delhi, but the kind of spending what they are spending crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, so there is a big shift in India itself. So basically, South Indians are very conservative. So definitely, the risk taking ability is far lesser.
Good thing he has a personal CFO.
Yeah.
So tell us about investor behavior and mindset pre-COVID and post-COVID. What have been the major changes?
See, the mindset before COVID, okay, so everybody feel that, there is no need to worry about anything, okay. So we, as if, we live forever. That was the
Yeah.
state of mind. But COVID, which never happened, which never heard about previously, but COVID taught a lot of lessons. So we should give importance to the health. We should also give importance to the insurance in case if something happened to us. So all those things definitely the COVID taught. And more than that, because nearly 18 months to 24 months till everybody will be coming out of house. Okay, that time they don't know what to do. So that in those period, many people started investing. Okay, so it started investing because it online is very. In fact, whatever the uh, demat account pre-COVID and after 2 months, almost doubled in the 12 months. Whatever the demat account which they had for some 20-30 years, 2 years, they got the similar account, similar demat account. So one thing, the financial awareness or people coming to the market, definitely COVID helps in a big time. But the problem is because, see, the market started falling from 2020 March. So it started falling for the first 3, 4, 5 months, then it started recouping. So if you look at the 2020 March to 21 March, that 1 year, market fall 30% and market rose another 40% from the this thing. So the point is, so everybody thought it is easy to make money. So if I talk in 2024, early 2024, I used to say generally, you can expect a 15% return in the long term. So people used to say 15% is in a year or in a month. Okay, but that time, in a year also you are getting some 50-60%. It was very good this thing. From 2024 September started falling till now. It's almost 15 months now. Still, Census Nifty is 3% down. Mid cap, small cap is nearly 10% down. So after COVID, most of them see a market in a one way, then market is not doing nothing for the last 15 months. So slowly people are also learning. So making money is not easy.
Yeah.
And you should also give importance to health insurance, and we should also say something for the future. So these are all the things I'm seeing before COVID and after.
Absolutely. Now, you offer multiple services, be it PMS, bonds, AIFs, P2P. What prompted you to offer all of this to the client?
See, the point is actually, I'm giving mostly mutual funds. Okay. Because my clients are retail in nature. So the retail clients, whatever be the 100 and odd investor who are crorepati, I only create HNI. I'm not onboarding any HNIs. Okay.
Okay.
So they started with some 5,000, 10,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 10 lakhs, 3 lakhs. They are only now slowly becoming a HNI. That is number one. And I always remember this saying, variety is the spice of life.
Hmm.
Okay. So being a South Indian, whenever I come to Mumbai, I used to have a Power Bhaji, Vada Power, all those things, definitely that is also available in Chennai, but that original authenticity is there in this thing. And whenever people who are coming from Mumbai, they will come to Dosa Idli, and there is a restaurant called the Murugan Idli. They are offering 4 chutneys, different chutneys. So some of them know they will come. I want to go to only Murugan Idli.
Yes.
So like this, because variety is the, as I read, variety is the space of life. And when it comes to the other products, PMS, AIF, currently I don't have a person, I don't have a appetite for my clients. So I'm looking into this. PMS already have cleared their examination so that I can distribute PMS and AIF. Bond, I generally am not doing bond because what personally I believe, investor is giving very, very little money to invest through me. Okay. So they know how to invest in fixed deposit. They know how to invest in gold. They know how to invest in real estate. What they don't know, how to invest in a market, especially in a mutual fund. Okay. So when somebody is giving a money without understanding their overall wealth, so no point in giving asset allocation saying that no, you have to put this and that, all those things. So I generally not giving a bond. But P2P is a very, very interesting proportion. So the thing is, first of all, it is a RBI regulated, and anything which is coming new, it will have a lot of changes.
So, actually, that brings me to my next question. I wanted to understand, in the terms of the client's asset allocation, how much importance or where do you place P2P?
Oh, currently, I'm not very aggressively suggesting P2P. The reason is very, very simple. Because I told till 2024, the market was rocking.
Yeah.
So when the equity is giving 25, 30, 40% year on year, so why somebody should look for any fixed product for some 10%, kind of 10% kind of product. So till 24, actually, you can P2P cannot compete with the other my mutual fund investment. But 24 September onwards, market started falling. Okay. So definitely that time equity is not giving. Okay. So you need to have a other product, whereas the fixed deposit is hardly giving 6%, 7%. So you should have a fixed investment which is not subject to the market fluctuation, but at the same time, it should also give a decent return.
Okay.
So, so in that case, P2P, now the P2P is very, very attractive. But the challenge today, there is a lot of regulation happened in P2P. There are some 8, 10 player earlier into P2P. And, the London Club is the main person, and very other few people are doing in a very, very small way. So many people have moved from the P2P to some other kind of this thing. And I started giving a P2P 4, 5 years before. That time there was a company called Monaxo, which is in our hometown, Chennai itself. So I know the founder directly, so that gives comfort. And after that, I gave some liquid loans. And London Club, I'm doing for the last 2.5 years, I'm giving. And I'm pretty much comfortable. A good part about P2P, because of that escrow account. Okay. As far as India is concerned, I never heard somebody lost money in P2P.
Yeah.
Probably because of the COVID kind of this thing, or sometimes the payment got delayed. So, but eventually you will never lose any money.
Yeah.
And the more and more regulations are in place. So, see, regulation, we should never uh, question about regulation, or you should not fear about regulation. The more the regulation, the regulator objective is to give a good experience to all the investor. Okay. So, and new regulations, I find that London Club, because of that 5 month, 7 month products and 1 year product, is very, very attractive for somebody who is parking for a 7 months. When I put a 7 months in a liquid fund, I hardly get, the client hardly gets anything. but here they are getting,
Yeah.
and more importantly, they are getting every month also.
Yeah.
So seems to be very interesting.
So, what was your first reaction when you heard about P2P, and how did your journey even begin with Lane Lane Club?
So the P2P, see, any new investment, because it was coming first time and there is no track record, okay? So definitely there will be a lot of hesitation from the people to accept it, because I was not there when mutual fund started, 1991, 92 kind of this thing. But in those days, 92, 93 also, we don't have much data to provide. Now I can say the last 10-year market has given 15 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
Today, distributing the mutual fund or any product now, which is easier because of the strong track record. But P2P, which is a new, I say P2P is there for the foreign countries, but that is not regulated much compared to India, but
Yeah.
it is regulated. And here the initial period was little difficult. So what I thought was initially, I am not giving all the money to the client. Say, for example, if the client is investing, let us say 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs in their mutual fund portfolio, I suggest only 1 lakh, 2 lakh kind of this thing.
Okay.
So even today, I am suggesting only very few, not even 1%,
Right.
percentage to the same. The reason being is first they have to face the success and they have to feel, say, for example, I'm putting money, whether I'm getting the money back or not.
Yeah.
See, most of the time, so when I put a mutual fund, if I put it today, T+1, Monday is I'm putting it, no, 30+2. I'm getting it on Wednesday and get the money back.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but whether P2P, whether we are getting the money or all those things. So,
Yeah.
to start with, I'm giving people for a little bit. And
Right.
the two, they have a good amount of money. And as I told you in my earlier this thing, no, variety is the spice of life.
Yeah.
People want some variety. So people are bored with fixed deposit return, but at the same time, okay, most of the money is in the mutual fund.
Right.
I want to invest something which is not market linked, but at the same time, it should comfortably beat the inflation. Definitely, P2P will be fit into this case.
And how have you looked at RBI intervention and regulation rather for the P2P industry?
See, the point is, see, the P2P is now you have to get the money, and the money, you are giving to the person. The moment they are paying the money, then only you have to give the money to the investor. Okay. But when the regulation was not strict, people started using whatever be the loopholes, and whether the money is getting it or not. So they, if actually, it was told as a guaranteed investment. Okay. So if it is, say there are only one investment which is guaranteed, which is a fixed deposit or your post office this thing, that is only guaranteed. Okay. But the rest of the things are not guaranteed. So P2P, even today, P2P is not guaranteed. P2P will give you the range. Okay. So because we are lending the money for this interest rate, and we will be making this particular thing. So there is a range, say for example, 10 to 12% or 9 to 11%, something like that. You can give only the range. You cannot say that 100% you'll be getting. So still, I personally feel it's not a guaranteed product. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but some of them earlier, they took it as an advantage, and why you are struggling for a guaranteed product which is giving a lesser return, or mutual fund which is not guaranteed though it gives a good return. So this is the best. I'm giving you 11%, 12% kind of this thing.
Okay.
So RBI decided, no, it should be a level playing field. It should be very, very clear. So their intervention is okay. So there are no people. So now, not many business are able to uh, follow all those regulations. So they are out of the business.
Hmm. So, what would be your advice to your mutual fund distributors and colleagues regarding P2P lending? There seems to be a bit of negative perception. So, what do you want to change about that?
See, the point is uh, mutual fund distributor. So generally, they focus on only one product, which is a mutual fund. Okay, and Otherwise, no, they will suggest a product like PMS, AF, now Gift City, that SAF. These are all coming from the same company, same AMC. So they are very much comfortable. So something which is new, generally we are reluctant to any change or anything which is new. We are not in a position to adapt easily. That's a human nature. Forget about MFD, anybody for that matter. But MFD, they feel, why we need to get into this, and it is a risky, without understanding. Okay, they form the opinion. My only submission to fellow MFDs, so I'm not suggesting you must do P2P or this thing. First, you just listen to P2P. What is P2P? And all those things. First, you understand completely. You spend time. In fact, I spend a lot of time understanding P2P before I getting into this. Okay. So you spend a lot of time. And then still you feel that, that is not fitting into your this thing. You don't do this. But tomorrow, because you simply neglected something and suddenly it is becoming big, or some of your investor, because you are not giving the P2P, he wanted to invest and I am suggesting something, then the money goes to other person. And if he is giving a good service, you may end up losing the mutual fund business also. Okay. So the point is whether you have to do P2P is a choice you have to make. But before you make a choice, you first understand openly everything. Visit office.
Yeah.
So what is there? You spend, see, because one product that's going to give a business to you for a longer period of time, definitely spending 1 day or 2 day visiting their office, what it is there, and no, definitely that gives whether you can take it or not. So that's what I wanted to
Yeah.
tell my colleagues.
Knowledge is important, and you have a collective social media base of 1 million followers. Tell us, what is the top 3 advice that you give when it comes to personal finance?
See, as you rightly put, personal finance is more personal than finance. Okay. So, first of all, I always tell your first spending is your investment.
Okay.
So, when you are earning 20,000 rupees or 30,000 rupees, you take at least 10% of the money. First, you take it as an investment. So, if you are earning, let us say 30,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees goes to your investment. That is your spending. Because you have a lot of spending in that 30,000 rupees. You have to pay rent, you have to pay grocery, you have to pay everything, correct? So, your first spending should be an investment. Okay. But unfortunately, people are not doing it. Why? Because they are telling, 30,000 rupees is very, very less. How can I save 3,000 rupees? Okay. I agree with you. But if 30,000 rupees is less, you cannot save. Can you find a person who is also earning 25,000, 27,000 rupees in your circle or nearby?
Yeah.
Right? Then how come they are living? So you are not saving. Okay. But 25,000 somehow is managing, right? So you got another 5,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees extra. So it's all about, how to first, saving should be a habit.
Yeah.
Because I started my career in 1996. That time my first salary was 3,000 rupees per month. Okay. That time, my colleague used to say, no, 3,000 rupees is very, very less. Okay. Recently, a couple of years before, no, we had a reunion. Some of them are earning 2 lakhs, some of them are earning 1 lakh, 3 lakh kind of salary. Okay. But now also they are telling, so salary is not at all enough. So 3,000 is not enough, 2 lakh is enough. Then people who are earning 10 lakh is also not enough. It is not about the money. It is about your spending habit.
Right.
Okay. So spending and saving habit. As you put 10% of your money.
So that's rule number 1, 10%.
Rule number one, 10%.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, there are two things. One is needs and another is wants.
Okay.
Okay. First, you focus only on
Yeah.
needs, not on wants. So I'll bring you the example. Yeah, roti kapda makan. And apart from that, when I say, for example, as an individual, you need a smartphone. Correct? Anybody need a smartphone. Smartphone costs you 10,000 rupees, Android phone, up to 1 lakh, 1.5 lakhs. Whereas if you take a Apple, minimum is 50,000 and above. Okay, but everybody, given an opportunity, wanted to buy only Apple. That is wants.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not against wants. First, you should take care of the needs. Once the need is fulfilled, still you have money, then you think about the wants.
Okay.
So the problem is the clarity, role clarity, whether needs or wants.
Yeah.
This is the second thing. Third thing, we are not focusing on investment based on our future goals. So I personally face most of the individual, the moment they are getting into the job, maybe 1 or 2 years down the line, everybody wanted to buy a house. Okay. And they are not sure about where they are going to live. Okay. Whether the job is permanent or not. All those challenges are there. But once you are getting into the home loan, so you started practicing EMI from the day one. So when you start getting into the EMI, where is the question of savings? Investment is a big question. Okay. So definitely buying a house through EMI, okay, will not give you a great return. If it is giving a great return, why the bank is giving money to you?
Yeah.
They can buy it directly. Because of the huge money, they can get it a discount also. Okay. So that's not the case. So the point is, you first focus on your long-term goals.
Right.
Because I bought a house, I am not able to send my son or daughter in a good school. So if you send a son or daughter to a good school, they will buy so many houses. But if you buy a house,
Yeah.
you cannot sell and get an education.
Right.
So these three are very, very important. So
Yeah.
once again, I'm telling you, first, you invest minimum 10%.
Yeah.
Second, you have
And
to
wants.
focus on your needs than wants. And third thing, you have to focus your investment on a long term.
Long-term goal. Absolutely. Thank you so much. It's been so interesting to understand your journey, what your view is on P2P, asset allocation, and of course, your advice when it comes to personal finance management. Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks for having me in the podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you.